What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Barbells and Bangers. Today I'm doing something a little different, as you can probably see. I am playing Grand Theft Auto. So I didn't really have any specific topics that I wanted to talk about. Gosh, I really need to figure out where is a good place for this freaking microphone. I'm so bad with technology, it's actually horrendous. I'm just gonna have to scooch up to the microphone so you guys can hear me correctly. But yeah, and I'm not using my favorite microphone, I'm using this microphone because my other microphone, I don't have a stand for it or a clip to mount it to the stand. So I'm just working with what I've got, okay? I do think I'm gonna buy a new microphone stand though soon so that I can do more stuff like this and it be a little bit better experience, but that's okay. I'm just trying not to, gosh, this is a mess. I'm gonna take my watch off. Why do I still have this on? Gosh. Anyways, before we get started, just want to remind you to check out a few different things. So first off, WELLBEING Brewing, you already know. This is my go-to non-alcoholic beer, especially in the summertime. You're looking for something refreshing, something besides soda, something besides water. Check out WELLBEING Brewing. They have a collection of different non-alcoholic beers. If you use my code BRECKERT, you will get 10% off your purchase of $10 or more. Also, I've got JOCKO Fuel. So JOCKO Fuel, you've got fitness supplements, health supplements, pre-workout, protein powder, all kinds of stuff. If you use my code BREBRE, then you will get 10% off. Great thing about JOCKO Fuel is they don't use a ton of crazy ingredients, and JOCKO, Jocko Willink is awesome anyways. If you don't know who Jocko Willink is, look it up. But yeah, so JOCKO Fuel. And then also wanted to shout out Tumi Coco hot sauce. So there's a chef named Jason Fullilove, which his name is on this bottle on the back, but he makes this hot sauce and it is high quality ingredients. There's nothing weird in it. It's literally, I could read it to you right now: water, vinegar, red wine vinegar, Fresno pepper, coconut oil, habanero pepper, sea salt, garlic, dried chilies, chili guajillo. Gosh, I barely got through Spanish, okay? Ground turmeric and black pepper. So literally, you can read the ingredients and, well, I mispronounced one of them, but whatever, you can read them. And you know what they are. That's the important thing. I also really love anything that has turmeric in it. And I'm looking at this here and it says 28 servings per container, but I literally almost ate half the bottle yesterday, so I guess I had 14 servings. Anyways, it's delicious. This isn't a plug really because I'm not getting paid for this, but I get free hot sauce, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, check it out, tumicoco.com, and follow them on Instagram. I'm serious, guys, this is so fire. It's so fire. I marinated chicken thighs with it and it was seriously so good. And I don't just say that, if it wasn't good, I wouldn't say it was good. I'd be like, yeah, it's aight, because I'm honest. If somebody, if you send me your product and if I don't like it, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just not. But this is fire. This is hot fire flames. Get it. I actually, will buy this, because it's that good. I will buy a lot of it. Because judging by how much I've used it so far, eh. Oopsies. Anyway, so I'm doing something a little different today, obviously. So I'm going to talk about just whatever I feel like talking about. Obviously, I'm going to be playing this video game, so I don't know how this is going to go. We'll see. But I'm going to talk about supplements and what else? Supplements and stand-up comedy. Those are my topics. Alright, let's just start playing the game and see what happens. Oh my gosh, there's hookers everywhere. Goodness gracious. I feel like YouTube's probably gonna take down my channel after I why am I running so slow? See guys, this is why you need to work on cardio. Oh, there's a police officer. I better follow the law as I steal a car right in front of him. Okay, so I just stole it. Okay, I already have the police chasing me. It's been like a minute. Oh my gosh. This is kind of a cool car. So for those of you who don't know, this is the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. So they like remade the trilogy. So Grand Theft Auto 3, gosh, I cannot talk. Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and Vice City. They remade all of them. And it's freaking awesome. Like, look at this. Well, the graphics probably look terrible on my stream, but whatever. Oh my god, I just killed a hooker by accident. Oopsies! Whoopsies! It's so easy to break the law in this game because it's just like the car's handling is so terrible. It's hard to drive and not like run people over. But anyways, so talking about, let's start with supplements. Let's talk about that. So I'll just tell you like my current supplement routine. I just killed somebody, so I'm gonna take their money. Oopsies. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about in the game, guys. Jeez, I'm not gonna... What? I don't even know what she just said. This game is wild. But anyways, so I've been taking creatine for a while. And I kind of just like stopped taking it. Not on purpose. I just kind of... I don't know. It fell out of my routine. I think it's because I stopped taking protein powder. So what I used to do is I used to take creatine with my protein powder. Because it's like, okay, well I'm already drinking my protein, so I might as well add my creatine to it so that way I know I'll take it. Because it's so hard for me to remember to take creatine. Like, I have to set an alarm or something. Because, like, right now I'm not taking any medications or anything. I'm not taking, like, anything, like, daily. So, yeah. But I do want to start taking it again because I've definitely noticed a difference in, like, my lifts and my strength. So, and the reason I wanted to bring that up is because, like, I've noticed a difference with creatine, and there's a lot of other supplements that I've taken that I didn't notice a difference. And hold on, I'm gonna turn the volume down on this a little bit. I can't hear myself talk. I can't hear myself talk. These voices on here are crap. Okay, so anyways, what was I saying? Creatine. Yeah, so creatine is one of the few supplements that I've taken that like I've got off of it and I really noticed a difference. Like, I'm serious, I noticed a big difference. So I think what I might do is just like figure out something else I can associate it with, like another thing that I do daily. I don't know. Or what I might do is get, I don't know. Because I don't want to take it with my pre-workout because sometimes it'll like upset my stomach a little bit when I take it before my workout. I don't know why. But then I don't really take anything after my workout, but I do eat after I work out. So maybe I'll just try to like drink it with like some Crystal Light or something, or like some kind of flavored something. Oh, I just started a mission. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to play video games, guys. I used to, when I was younger, I used to play video games all the time. And then I just kind of like stopped. But, oh my gosh, there's people shooting at me. But yeah, so creatine. I think it's worth it. I really do. I think it is worth it. I don't know how to get out of here, guys. I think I'm stuck. I feel so stupid right now. Oh no, I can get out. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back on creatine. I'm gonna try to start that tomorrow. I'm gonna set an alarm on my phone to remind me to take it. Because for a while I was just in such a good habit. But that's the thing, when you associate a habit with another habit, that's the easiest way to like start a new habit and to keep it going. I'm gonna try to shoot these people. These gang members. Oh my gosh, I just got all these gang members. Oh, he's still alive. This game is so violent. I'm sorry, guys. It's just a game. Chill. If you're watching this and you're scared of this kind of stuff, then I'm sorry. You can skip this episode, I guess. I'm stealing the police car, guys. I didn't have a choice, okay? I stole the police car. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. Oh my god. Do people actually get, like, offended by violent video games? Like, do they think this is actually real? I hope not. Because this is definitely not real. It's definitely a game. And it's really fun. It's just fun because it's like, this is stuff I would never do. Like, I'm getting to live vicariously through this Grand Theft Auto gang member or whatever he is. This has to be like, I don't know, is this the best Grand Theft Auto, or is Grand Theft Auto 4 the best Grand Theft Auto? I feel like this game, like, the vibe is better than Grand Theft Auto 4, but Grand Theft Auto 4 has, like, a way better story, I feel like. Like, I could play that game over and over and over again, the story mode. It's freaking awesome. I'm gonna steal this car. The police are after me. I gotta get away. But yeah, anyways, I'm trying to think what other supplements that I think are good. I mean, protein is obviously a great one. I'm not taking it right now because I'm trying to just get as much protein from food as naturally as possible. But I am going to start taking it again at some point in the near future. I just wanted to take a break from it. And I think it's important with supplements to, like, take a break from them just to make sure, because, like, you don't ever want to be dependent on any type of supplement. You want it to be what it's called, a supplement to what you're already doing. So that's something I kind of preach, is like, supplements are a supplement. They are not meant to replace, like, actual food. Oh my gosh, my car just blew up into that building. Oh my goodness. This game is crazy. Yeah, so protein is good. Pre-workout, caffeine in general. You know, you could just take a cup of coffee. Intra-workout. I do like an intra-workout if I'm doing, like, a really intense workout, or if I'm working out for, like, a couple hours, then I definitely want to have something like that. So that's something I do like. I feel like it just helps me kind of stay refreshed during my workout. Like, I don't feel, like, dehydrated, and I don't know, it just kind of helps me feel like maintaining my energy throughout my workout, especially if I'm doing cardio. But yeah, intra-workout is good. And intra-workout can be a liquid IV, it could be BCAAs, it could be anything. I think probably my favorite is liquid IV, but JOCKO Fuel, they just came out with a new hydrate. I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna order it pretty soon. But, yeah, they just came out with that, so I'm excited to try that, because if I like that one, then I might just use that for my intra-workout, because I think I actually like intra-workouts more than, like, protein powder. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's just more useful. Like, I just notice the effects of it a little bit more. Obviously, protein is just, like, to help you hit your protein goal. So a lot of people, I think there's misconception, and this is stuff that I used to believe too. Like, I used to think that you just have to take a protein shake after you work out. Like, I literally thought that. Like, you had to take a protein shake after you work out to get, like, results. For the protein shake to work or whatever, but that's, I don't know. I believed all kinds of dumb stuff. So, yeah, so that is really just to help you meet your protein goal. So, like, for me, I try to hit at least, like, 120 to 150 grams of protein a day. And that's just kind of based on my body weight. So I'm 125 pounds. So you can basically just go off of, like, 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's how I look at it. If you want to get, like, an exact calculation of how much protein you need, then I would just go online and find some kind of macro calculator or something. But yeah, I don't track what I eat. I don't track calories or really anything besides protein. I do track protein just to make sure. But that's the thing now with me eating such a simple diet. It's made it a lot easier for me to track my protein, because it's like, yeah, I eat, what do I eat? Well, what did I eat today? So this morning I had some bacon with Greek yogurt, berries, and mixed nuts, all mixed together, which is actually fire, by the way. So I had blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, and I put it in Greek yogurt with, like, cashews and almonds and all kind of stuff, and it was really good. So if you're looking for, like, an alternative to granola, that's a good alternative to granola, is just get a thing of, like, mixed nuts. Or just get granola, I don't know, whatever you like. I kind of got tired of granola, so I wanted something different. So I'm doing mixed nuts right now with my Greek yogurt. Yeah. I always like to have some type of carbs, and ideally I want them to be fruit in the morning. But I like to have some type of carbs in the morning. I don't like to work out or really do anything until I have some carbs in my system. I don't know why. Just for me, I just feel like more alert, awake. I don't know. I have more energy, I guess, once I have a little bit of carbs. But that's just me. You do whatever you want. But yeah, so I had bacon and then the Greek yogurt thing. So, I don't remember how many grams of protein that was, but whatever. Oh gosh, the police are after me again. And then I had a chicken thigh with, what did I have with it? Pineapple. I was in a hurry, so I ate that real fast. And then, for dinner, I had a ground beef patty with some arugula and baby tomatoes and some goat cheese. And then I'll probably have another snack of some sort. I have these little, like, beef protein sticks that I eat. They're grass-fed beef, and they're, pretty good, actually. They don't really have much flavor to them, because they're pretty clean compared to most, like, sausages and jerkies that I found. But, it's protein, so I usually have one or two of those at night. And then, I don't know, I might have, like, ice cream, or I might have just like some kind of snack. I try to have something that at least has protein in it. But, yeah, so for breakfast is probably when I have most of my protein, because sometimes I'll have, like, bacon, eggs, like, with Greek yogurt and all this stuff. And then I'll usually have like some type of snack at night that has some protein in it, so that way I kind of get closer to my goals. Lately, I've been slacking a little bit. I probably need to start doubling up on my ground beef every day. So instead of just having one patty, I'm gonna have two. So I'm gonna try that and see how I feel. But yeah, I feel like I need a little bit more protein. But that's the only thing I really track. And like I said, now that my diet is so simple, it's a lot easier for me to track it. I don't remember how much protein I had today, because I usually don't add it up to like the end of the day. Then I'll kind of look at everything, see how much protein it has. But I got kind of lazy with that for a while. I mean, if you don't track your food, it's not the end of the world. Like, a lot of people think if they don't track every meal, it's like they're gonna die. It's like, no, you're fine. And also just kind of listen to your body. Like, if you're not hungry, then don't, I don't know. Unless you're trying to really gain mass, don't force yourself to eat if you're not hungry. Like, just go off your hunger cues sometimes. But if you feel like you really need more, like I have a problem with my appetite. Like, I really don't get hungry that much, unless it's the munchies. So I don't get hungry like during the day, hardly at all. In the morning, I'm usually pretty hungry. But like morning and night are when I'm hungry. But during the day when I'm doing things and I'm busy, I don't really think about food. So I have to like remind myself to eat sometimes. But I know for some people, they really have a problem with their appetite, like getting hungry. So I would say just like kind of increase your calories a little bit every day. If you're somebody who has a problem with their appetite, with like a low appetite, just kind of slowly force yourself to eat a little bit more. That's kind of what I did when I had a real problem with my appetite before. And I would just kind of, every day I would just try to eat a little bit more. Or I would eat stuff like, I don't know, like instead of eating eggs, I would eat bacon. Because bacon, it's like so much more easy to eat a bunch of calories of bacon than it is eggs. Like after you eat a few eggs, you're like, I'm full. But bacon, you can like keep eating it. So sometimes you have to eat unhealthy food to get yourself to eat a little bit more. I've had to do that, and that's okay. You know, sometimes you gotta do that. But yeah, I would say that's my suggestion, is just eat a little bit more every day until you kind of reach a calorie range that you're comfortable with, and then you just kind of don't have to think about it anymore. But I kind of redid my diet, so I'm still kind of revamping mine. Like I'm gonna add a little bit more ground beef, and I don't know, I'm thinking of some other things that I want to like incorporate more into my diet. Fruit is a big one that I've incorporated more into my diet. Also greens I really like to eat. And I can get them at the farmer's market too, which is nice. So I didn't go to the farmer's market this weekend though. I just got a coffee and then I ran because I had stuff to do. But usually I go to the farmer's market and I look around. Yeah. I'm trying to think what other suggestions I have for supplements. Any kind of supplement that like guarantees any kind of crazy result, I would avoid. Just so you know. That is my suggestion. If it like, I don't know that there's really any supplements out there that are great for weight loss besides like just eating more protein, eating less calories. I mean, the way to lose weight is so simple. It's just that we've overcomplicated it so much. And I'm not really like an expert on weight loss. I'm more of an expert on, I guess, just kind of building like a balanced physique and like growing glutes and stuff like that, like more female focused stuff. So like girls that like want to get in shape but they're not trying to be like a bodybuilder, like that's kind of like my who I am able to help probably the most. You know, I'm not gonna turn you into a bodybuilder, I'm sorry, I'm just not. but I can help you get in shape to where you feel confident and you look good, and most importantly, yeah, you feel good. So that's kind of more like what I guess is like my expertise, if you will, with fitness. So weight loss isn't exactly something I'm an expert on, but I did have an expert on weight loss on my podcast last week. If you haven't watched that episode, if you need any advice on weight loss, or if you want to hire a weight loss coach, that's your guy, Zachary Allen. He also just started his podcast. It's called The Untitled Podcast, so check that out. It's so cool. Everybody's starting podcasts now. Like, I think I started a trend. Because everybody keeps reaching out to me. They're like, yeah, I'm starting my podcast. And yeah, it's really cool, actually. I love it. I support you. If you want to start a podcast, do it. It's not that hard. I mean, look at me. I'm sitting here playing Grand Theft Auto. This is my podcast. I break the rules of podcasts. Like, I don't care. I'm like, I will do whatever I want. It's my podcast. If I want to play Grand Theft Auto and talk about supplements, it's my podcast. You can't tell me what to do. No. Oh no. The police are after me again! Gosh, I really just need to stop doing illegal stuff, I guess. This is the way the police will stop chasing me. Oh my gosh, and this car is about to blow up. I better get out. The police are about to catch me. Yeah, I guess that's it for supplements, diet, and all that stuff. I think one thing that's really underrated is sleep. Because when I'm tired and I didn't get enough sleep, that's always when I get like little injuries, or when I have like pain start to come back a little bit. Also, I'm grumpy. I don't feel, because there was like a few days last week that I didn't get that much sleep. I got like 5 hours of sleep, and I was just, yeah, I was a mess. So I caught up on my sleep this week, and that's one thing that you can do. It's not like try to get enough sleep every single night, but if you don't, then try to at least catch up on it on the weekends or whenever you get a chance. Because I'm telling you, there is no job, no whatever that's worth your health. So if you're having to lack sleep, and especially if you're like me and you have like some kind of health condition, you got to figure out a way to change that, because you cannot just go and not get sleep. You have to get enough sleep. And I know some people, they can run on 4 hours of sleep or whatever, but it's like, yeah, you're not really supposed to do that sustainably. So, yeah. It's hard though, because like, that's the thing, there's not enough hours in the day. That's the problem. So that's why a lot of people don't get enough sleep, because otherwise they wouldn't get anything done. I mean, that's how I feel half the time. I mean, it's almost midnight, and I'm recording my second podcast today. Finally. And I'm running around this building in Grand Theft Auto 3. Or Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I'm sorry. My nose is itchy. My allergies are so bad. Like, they just keep getting worse. Oh my god, I keep falling off this building, and I don't even know where I'm going. I'm gonna be honest. Because I was going off on a tangent about supplements, and then now I'm just like, where am I? Where am I? I'm really curious where this building goes. I want to figure it out. That's my mission I'm on right now. But anyways. Oh no, I was almost there. This is so dumb. Yeah, I guess that's enough for supplements. Dang, this guy really needs to go to the gym. He really does. His cardio is terrible. My cardio is kind of terrible too, but I'm working on it. Working on it. I really want to go box soon. Oh my gosh. I feel like I should probably just give up on this. Whoopsies. How do I get out of here? How do I get back to civilization? Stand-up comedy, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I still can't believe that Theo Von post got so many shares. It's up to like 39,000 shares now. Freaking crazy. Hilarious. It's kind of annoying though, because it's like I never get that kind of traction on anything I post, ever. Like, I wish it was like one of my reels or something that got that many. Support my podcast, you know? That'd be cool. But I don't know. At the same time, like, I feel like a lot of people think that I want my stuff to like blow up. And it's like, yeah, I do. But like, I want it to be kind of a gradual thing. I don't want to just go viral. Because then it's like you kind of sometimes attract people that maybe aren't gonna dig your content. So it's good to attract, like, you want to make sure that you're attracting an audience that actually like appreciates your content. I feel like that's important. I'm stealing this construction workers van. But anyways, yeah, stand-up comedy. So I'm trying to think if there's any stand-up specials I've watched recently. I don't know. I can't remember the last one I watched. I mean, I watch stand-up all the time. Like, anytime there's a new special that comes out, I always try to watch it, like, as soon as possible. But I don't remember for the life of me what's the last one I watched. I think the last one I watched was Nate Bargatze, but that one I've already watched, like, several times. I was just rewatching it. See, that's the thing. I rewatch specials all the time. If I really like a special, I will rewatch it. So... But I wanted to put together a list of like my top 10 favorite comedians. So I'm going to rank my top 10 favorite comedians. Now, I'm not just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I'm going to actually like talk this out while I'm coming up with this list. So that way it's more fun, okay? So, I guess I should start with number 10. Or I guess I should just pick 10 and then order them after I pick all the 10. That would probably be smart. Okay, so let me think of some names that are absolutely no question going on my comedian, stand-up comedy GOAT list. And this is my list, so I'm not saying that this is a definitive list. I'm just saying that this is my interpretation, my opinion of the top 10 comedians of all time. Okay, are we clear on that? Are we clear? This is my favorites, not yours. I understand you have yours. Okay? So just... Okay. Alright, we're good. So... I would say a few names that have to go on the GOAT list. One would be Richard Pryor. Obviously. Just because, like, what a legend. Like, just... That's like an OG. So that's just a given. You have to put Richard Pryor on the GOAT list, for sure. But the rest, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with my taste for the rest. Dave Chappelle, he's definitely on it. Theo Von, sorry. I love Theo Von. He's on my list, whether you like it or not. And I know people are gonna hate on me for that, but whatever. That's what I like. Also, I would put Tom Segura on there too. He's really good. Like, he's insanely good. And then, who else should we put on the list? Oh, you know another one? And people might be surprised on this one. Joan Rivers. Another OG. People forget she did stand-up comedy. She did everything. I love Joan Rivers. She's just, she had like that energy about her that was like, just everything she said was just funny. She just had that energy. But yeah, I love Joan Rivers. She's amazing. She's amazing. Who else? Doug Stanhope. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, if you don't know Doug Stanhope, first of all, if you get offended easily, maybe don't watch his stuff, because it's very raunchy. But, yeah. Doug Stanhope is absolutely on the GOAT list. He's one of my favorite comedians, just in general. His special, No Refunds, oh my god. That has got to be one of the best stand-up specials ever. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. And the intro is, oh my god. Yeah, it's freaking great. I love Doug Stanhope. And then who else? Oh, Norm Macdonald. How could... I'm sorry, I forgot Norm Macdonald. Please forgive me, guys. Please forgive me. Another one I'd put on there is Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan is... yeah. Definitely putting Jim Gaffigan on there. I mean, he does clean comedy. That's the crazy thing. Like, he doesn't even have to curse. But it's clean comedy that doesn't just appeal to, like, you know, people that don't like swearing or people that get offended easily, whatever you want to call it. But it also appeals to just regular people who, they also watch offensive comedy, but Jim Gaffigan's that funny that, like, even if you don't like clean comedy, it's still hilarious. He's like the one comedian that everyone can just enjoy. Like, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what religion you are, doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter whatever. Like, pretty much everybody can enjoy Jim Gaffigan's comedy, and I think that's what makes him so good. It's just like, he has like that mass appeal. And then who else? I'd put Kevin Hart on my list. I think Kevin Hart is so good. And I think just because he got so famous, of course you're gonna have haters. But Kevin Hart is so good. He's so funny. Like, how you can't watch a Kevin Hart special and not laugh. It's impossible. Impossible. I just went into this dispensary in Grand Theft Auto. This was... They didn't have dispensaries back then. Well, I guess they might have had medical. What did he just take? So I went into this dispensary and I walked into this, like, pill icon. And now my character is just, like, running really slow. I don't know what happened. Time is going by very slowly. Oh my god, now he's getting on the motorcycle. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that scene from Wolf of Wall Street where they take the Quaaludes. That's what it reminds me of. I was just thinking about that movie earlier. I was just thinking about it. I kind of want to watch it. Oh no. Oopsies. I crashed the motorcycle. What is this? Can I buy this? Oh, I only have $581 and this costs $8,000, so no, I cannot. I gotta make some. How do you make money in this game? Cab driving? Uber? What do I gotta do? This is so nostalgic though, because I used to play this game. Oh, my microphone's all turned around. I used to play this game. Hold on here. I used to play this game when I was like 5. Not even kidding. So awesome. It's literally my favorite. This is my favorite game. Any Grand Theft Auto is my favorite game. It's the best game. Can't tell me any different. I mean, it's the best game for me because this is, I don't know, this is just what I like. I don't like playing like Call of Duty. It's just like, it's too much. It's too... When people start getting like too serious about video games, that's when I just kind of like, ah. Yeah, no. I just like to mess around. Like, I don't take it that serious. Because it's just a way for me to kind of relax. Like, I just drive around and wreak havoc and do just crazy stuff in this game. I mean, I do the missions too, but it's going to be kind of hard for me to do a whole podcast while I'm like doing missions on Grand Theft Auto. Like, if I'm actually playing this game for real, like, oh, I'm paying attention. Like, you will not distract me. My eyes will be glued to the TV. Yeah. So let me kind of organize my GOAT list on my phone. Let me see kind of where I'm at. Oh, I also need to add Chris Rock. Alright, I'm gonna try to put these in order. Okay, I'm thinking, I'm gonna set this down. I'm thinking number 1 is Norm Macdonald. Yeah, he's the GOAT. Sucks he died. I never even got to see him live. Makes me angry. That's why I really want to see like all my favorite comedians live as soon as possible, because it's like you never know. I hate to say that, but it's true. I mean, Bob Saget died like around the same time too, like not... I can't remember if he died before or after Norm. I want to say it was before. But yeah, sad. I like Bob Saget too. More so as an actor, not so much as a comedian. Like him in Full House was just incredible. And him, I actually watched the episode of him on Joe Rogan, and he just seems like such, like he seemed like such a nice guy. I don't know. That's just the vibe I got. He was so nice on Joe Rogan. So if I put not Dave Chappelle, if I put Norm Macdonald as number 1, then I would probably have to put Dave Chappelle as number 2. Oh, I got a stunt bonus. Now I got some money! Yay! Maybe I'll try to do that again. So, yeah, Dave Chappelle, because the thing is like, you can't argue about Dave Chappelle at least being in the top 3. Like, Dave Chappelle's so funny. And he's been funny, like, his entire life. Like, ever since he started stand-up comedy. Like, he didn't have, like, the awkward, like beginning phase like a lot of comics have. He was just good like right away. And then he had Chappelle's Show and just, yeah. Dave Chappelle, genius. Absolute genius of comedy. You cannot argue that. Okay, so Dave Chappelle. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna hit this jump. Oh shoot. I should probably get out of this burning car. Oh my god, I just died. Oh no, I didn't die, but it was pretty close. Anyways. So, yeah, Dave Chappelle I would put number 2. Oh, this looks like a fun dune buggy. I'm driving a dune buggy around Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Dave Chappelle is number 2. Richard Pryor I would put at number 3. Just because he's an OG. R.I.P. Yeah, you gotta show respect to the OGs too. So Norm, Richard, Joan Rivers. I would put Joan Rivers right after Richard Pryor too. I mean, she's such a legend. So like half my list, they aren't even alive anymore. That's kind of sad, but I just don't think there will ever be another Norm Macdonald. Like that's just how like unique and special he was as a comedian. And it wasn't even just his stand-up. Like his stand-up was amazing, especially like his later stuff. I actually really like his later stuff. Like, what was the special he did? Not right before he died. It was like a few years before he died. It was on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know why. I can't remember the name. It's at the tip of my tongue, the name of the special. But anyways, it was it was fantastic. And his COVID special was hilarious. Well, I don't know if it was a special. It was just like a YouTube video that I saw. I think I accidentally started a mission. Oh, I'm at the lawyer. At the lawyer's office in Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Norm just had... He had something special about him. I mean, it was such, like, dry humor and just, like... I don't know. Just, I think it was his delivery. I think that's what it was. Like, the way he said things and, like, you couldn't tell if he was being serious or not. I think those are the best comedians where, like, you can't tell if they're being serious. I feel like Theo does that, kinda. Like, that's kind of what Theo Von does. It's like, you can't tell if he's being serious or not. And you can't tell if, like, half the stories he's talking about, if he made it up or if it's true. And, like, a lot of them are actually true. That's kind of the crazy thing. But, yeah, Norm, just, like, his delivery and his just cleverness, wittiness, whatever you want to call it. Just hilarious. Hilarious. He had, like, the best jokes. Where it's like, some of his jokes would just like make you angry. Like, once you got to the punchline, you're like, oh my god. You just get so mad. Like his joke about the frog that goes to the bank to get a loan. I posted it on my Facebook. That one's one of my favorites. And that was like from his show. It wasn't even from a special. Like he was... Oh my gosh. Love it. But yeah, Norm's great. Okay, so we've got Norm Macdonald's my number 1. We got Dave Chappelle's number 2. We got Richard Pryor's number 3. We got Joan Rivers number 4. I'm gonna put Theo Von at number 5 just because I love Theo Von. I think Theo Von is only gonna get better, and I think he's actually probably gonna be in his prime when he's like in his 50s. Think about like Ron White. Like, some comedians are better like when they get older. I mean, obviously Ron White's early stuff was incredible too, but I think Theo Von is just gonna hit like a crazy level, like kind of like Dave Chappelle, but I think it's not gonna be till he's older, and then he's gonna release a special that's just gonna be like absolute dynamite. Like, he's gonna like, I don't know. I just have a feeling. I think he'll probably take a break from comedy and then come back and just drop like the most fire special. I think that's what he's gonna do. But I don't know. I don't know anything. I just feel like that's kind of like a Theo thing to do. Just like, oh, I'm taking a break from comedy and not do any specials for like a while. And then just drop one and it's just absolute fire. I just died in this game. Sorry, guys. After Theo Von, I would put Jim Gaffigan, I think. Yeah, I'd put Jim Gaffigan after Theo Von, and then after Jim Gaffigan, I would put Chris Rock, I think. I don't know. How many names do I have now? I guess that's 6. Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Joan Rivers, Theo Von, Jim Gaffigan. That's 6. So then Chris Rock would be 7. I'm gonna say Doug Stanhope after Chris Rock. So that'd be 8. And then I would put Tom Segura 9, 10. So I'm gonna have to get rid of one that I picked. Who's not gonna make the cut? I think 10 I'm gonna pick. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna pick George Lopez. So I got rid of Kevin Hart, but only because of George Lopez's show, because it was just so good. Like, that show was so good. It was so good. How could you not watch that show? It was amazing. I watched that show like every day when I was a kid. Yeah, George Lopez is awesome. Yeah, so that's my list. Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Joan Rivers, Theo Von, Jim Gaffigan, Chris Rock, Doug Stanhope, Tom Segura, George Lopez. That's my list of my top 10 comedians of all time. Now, I think as time goes on, like, I think over the next few years, that list will probably have more female names, because I've noticed there's a lot more women doing stand-up comedy now, which is great. Because for so long, it was like 4 people. It was like Nikki Glaser, Whitney Cummings, Amy Schumer, and Annie Letterman, and that was it. That was like all anybody knew about. But now, well, and I guess the other, you know, more famous ones like Joan Rivers, obviously, from, you know, back in the day. And there's more that I'm probably forgetting, but yeah, it just hasn't really been a normal thing for women to do stand-up comedy. And of course, you know, I see people all the time like, women aren't funny, and I'm like, you're just dumb. That's what the problem is. You're just stupid. Yeah, so I think women's comedy is growing. I think it is. I think more women are starting to do stand-up comedy. They're starting to kind of not feel I guess as judged as before, because it used to be like, yeah, female stand-up comedians, they probably still have to deal with so much BS, but it used to be a lot worse. So yeah. I feel like being a female stand-up comedian has got to be the most difficult thing ever to be successful in. It's got to be. That's just, I mean, being a stand-up comedian, like, think about jobs that are hard to be successful in. You know, like, let's say you go to school to be a doctor? Like, what are the chances that you're gonna get a job as a doctor? They're pretty high, and you're probably gonna be able to pay your bills doing it. But as a comedian, it's like, to be able to do stand-up comedy for a living, like, that means you're really good. Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, with music, like, any kind of art, like, if you're able to pay your bills from doing it, that is huge. Because most people can't. Most people that are really good can't. So that's how hard it is. I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, and same with fighting, too. Like, if you're able to pay your bills being a fighter, then you're an insanely good fighter. Because it's so hard to get to that level. Like, people really they don't even know. They really don't even know. And at the same time, like, the problem with a lot of fighters, and this is the same with entertainers and artists too, is, a lot of times they don't really know how to, like, manage their money. Because it's like, you get all this money, like, let's say you're a fighter and you win $100,000 when you win a fight. You know, you might not know how to save that, or how to, like, invest it. Like, you just don't know what to do with the money. So I think that's the problem that a lot of them run into, and why they end up having to, like, do other things, or maybe they do stuff that they don't necessarily want to do, but they have to do. I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, stand-up comedy, that's just... The idea of getting on stage and trying to make people laugh in today's world is terrifying to me. Absolutely terrifying. Like, I know I would say something that would make somebody mad. And I wouldn't even mean to. In today's world, that's a tough gig. That is a tough gig, because people just don't appreciate comedy anymore the way that they used to. Because everybody gets offended by literally everything. And it's like, yeah, there's some stuff that, yeah, maybe don't say that or whatever. There's some things where it's like, okay, this is where I draw the line. But there's a lot of things that people get offended by that it's like, why are you even bothered by this? The police are after me again. Oh my gosh. I'm scared. I gotta steal a car. Otherwise, they're gonna catch me! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they're shooting at me right now. Yeah. I just think some people too, like, don't understand sometimes that comedy is meant to be taken lightly. Like, it's a joke. It's not real. But I don't know. I guess not everybody appreciates jokes. Cause, like, sometimes I'll, like, make a joke and somebody will take it too seriously, and I'm like, dude, I was just joking. What the heck? But sometimes I do the same thing. Like, sometimes somebody will say something to me and I'll take it way too seriously, and they're like, I was just joking. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, shut up. But sometimes, like, somebody, like, I've had, like, ex-boyfriends do this. Like, somebody will say something and it'll be really rude, and oh my god, the whole car blew up and all the police cars blew up and I just died. Oh my gosh. But sometimes somebody will say something that's obviously rude and they'll be like, oh, I was just joking. And I'm like, no, you weren't. You weren't just joking, you were serious. And then you acted like you were joking because you knew what you said was very offensive and rude. Okay, I got the dune buggy back, at least. That's a positive. Okay. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. This game is so fun. I don't know how everybody doesn't play this game every day. I just started playing this again too, like a few days ago. And I was like, well, I don't have any topics or like a guest for the podcast this week, so I'm like, I'm just gonna play Grand Theft Auto and just talk about stuff while I'm playing it. I don't know, I'm always like trying to try new stuff. And like, here's the thing with my podcast, like, and I don't know what everybody else does, I don't know, but I don't listen to my podcast really before I post it. I will check it just to make sure that like the video is working and all that stuff. Which half the time I mess something up anyways, so it doesn't even matter. But like, oh my gosh, I need to steal a car so I can get around. I got a taxi. I'm a taxi driver now. But yeah, I just started playing this again a few days ago. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying different things. Because it's like there's only so much you can talk about with fitness until you like really start getting repetitive. And I guess you kind of have to be repetitive, but also this isn't just a fitness podcast. And that's the whole reason why I did it that way. Like, I never wanted to do a fitness-only podcast. Never wanted to do that. I have no desire to do a fitness-only podcast. I'm sorry. But it's like, I just don't really want to be, like, a part of that community, I guess. I don't know, it's just... There's just a lot of stuff that I don't like. I don't know. I just want to create my own community of people that like fitness, but that also have a life. Like, we also enjoy other things like martial arts, watching fights, playing video games, playing Grand Theft Auto. Eating delicious food. That's another thing that I like. I like to talk about food. I think I like to talk about food more than I like to talk about fitness. Because food is what makes all of it work. You know, what you eat and all that kind of stuff in your daily life, your daily routine, that's what's going to determine how in or out of shape you are. So you're, oh no. Oh no, I drowned again. So yeah, so you've got to pay attention to like what you're eating and all that. Yeah, I just don't really want to talk about just fitness. Because there's so much other stuff to talk about. And fitness is not like, my whole life doesn't revolve around fitness. Like, I'm a regular person, just like you. I mean, maybe I'm a little unique, special. I got arrested. My goodness. Can't catch a break. But yeah, my podcast is for people who, they like fitness, they want to stay in shape, but they also want to have a life. And they want to have a community of people who aren't just obsessed with the gym. Like, set down your protein shake for a second, buddy, and do something besides go to the gym. Like, here's the thing, if you're like competing or if you are an athlete, like, yeah, you should take it that seriously. But sometimes people just like take it to the point of, it's like, what are you doing all this for? Like, I can't, I just died again. Oh my gosh. Like, I just want to have a life, you know? That's why I don't work out every single day. Like, I need days off. I'm tired. And that's kind of what I did with my current routine. Like, I gave myself an optional day. So I'm doing upper, lower. So Monday I do upper body, one day I do lower body, and then I repeat it. Well, I don't repeat it. I do a different workout, but I do upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. So it's 4 days a week, but then I added an optional glutes day. So if I feel like doing it, I will do it. If I don't feel like doing it, then I don't do it. But I at least do the 4 upper lower workouts. I at least do those at a minimum. And then if I'm feeling it, I will do the glutes workout. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing 4 days a week. Well, 5 days a week really, but yeah, and then I'm gonna probably start doing more. I was having a lot of knee problems this past week, so I tried not to do anything like high impact. I pretty much just lifted weights and I didn't go super heavy on legs. I just kind of didn't want to risk anything, so I'm just trying to be careful because my knee was really bothering me the other day. And I'm like, oh god. But I have lupus, so that's the thing. I don't know. I don't think it's injured. I think it's just chronic pain from lupus because I have just chronic joint pain all the time. So I don't think it's injured. I just think, or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should get an MRI at some point. If I hit that point where I'm like, oh my god, then I gotta rest it. Dang it. Yeah, if I get to the point where it's like really, really bothering me to where I can't, like I don't have mobility in my knee, like I have full mobility, so I'm actually fine. It's just like I've been having a little bit of pain. Little bit of knee pain, but it's nothing that I haven't ever experienced before. Like I've definitely experienced this before. So that's why this time I'm trying to be smart. And tomorrow I'm gonna take like a really... Oh, I should have done that today. Dang it. I forgot to get ice when I was at the grocery store. I should have done a freaking ice bath today. That's what I should have done. And I didn't because I was too lazy. See, even I'm lazy sometimes, guys. I'm a real person just like you. I just have so much going on at all times. Because it's like you have to work, like you have to make money, you have to do all those things. But then you also have to like take care of your dog and like take care of yourself. Like all that stuff. And that's just, you know, I mean, it's time consuming, but that's not even all of it. Then you gotta do laundry, you gotta do dishes, you gotta like go to the DMV and get your oil changed, and like just gotta do like all this adulting stuff. And then you also have to make money. And then like if you're crazy like me, then you're like, oh, I also want to like chase my passion while doing all this stuff. And then you start 2 podcasts. Yeah. On top of everything else that I just mentioned. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. I am getting a lot faster with the editing and stuff though, so I'm kind of excited about that. Because I feel like it just doesn't take nearly as much effort to do the podcast as it used to. So I feel like I'm just getting better at figuring out how to balance everything. Because at first it was like a real challenge. I was like, oh my god, how am I going to do this while dealing with everything else that I have to deal with and get everything done. Because this was when I was at the agency, was when I first started doing stuff, when I was doing insurance, and that's like a really demanding job, like really demanding. So I don't know, I'm glad I left that though, because there's no way I would actually be able to like do this and actually be good at it if I was still doing insurance, because that was just so stressful. And also, like, I just don't want work, my whole life to, like, revolve around work. Like, I want my life now to revolve around, like, the cool stuff that I do, not, like, just work. Because to me, work is, like, kind of boring. I mean, unless I'm doing a job I really love, which that's what I'm working on right now. That's what I'm trying to do. That is what I am trying to accomplish, is get a job that I love. So, yeah. That's kind of the direction I'm going with, like, the MMA stuff. Like, MMA journalism. Whatever you want to call it. That's the next move. That's what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, so I'm working on that. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm working on it. Guys, you know me. I like to surprise people. So I never really tell people what all I am doing. I like to surprise people. And I wish people would just accept that about me. Like, why can't you just wait until I show you what I'm working on? Let me cook a little bit. Like, people always ask me, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, none of your business. I'm working on things that I am not going to talk about. I am just going to do. Like, that's who I am. I like to do stuff. Because when you start talking about stuff, it's way less likely that you're actually going to do it. That is what I've noticed. Like, and I kind of used to do that a little bit. And I even was doing it a little bit with the podcast. And I'm like, I got to stop doing this. I got to just do it. Like, there's no sense in just talking about stuff. I'm like, I got to just do it. So that's like the mode I'm in right now. Is like, I'm not talking about what I'm doing. I'm just doing it and making things happen. So yeah, I'm working on some things, guys. We'll see where things go. Oh, my controller battery's low. That's sad. But it's about end of the episode anyways. So thank you guys so much for joining me. This was fun. Obviously, I love playing Grand Theft Auto. So this was a great opportunity for me to just sit here and play video games while I talk. But anyways, thank you guys for the support. Thank you for watching, listening. Hopefully you watch this one, because then you get the whole Vice City vibe, but whatever. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys again next week. Bye!